Hello students, welcome to Edupedia World. My name is Shivam Mishra and I am a BTech from IIT-BHU. Today we'll be discussing the solutions to IIT JEE Advanced 2014 Chemistry Paper 1. The paper code which we are using is 5. So in case you have the code, you can follow the questions from there. Let us come to question number 2. In question number 2 it states that an ideal gas is in a thermally insulated vessel. So a thermally insulated vessel simply means over here that heat exchange with the surroundings will be 0. Further, the question says that it is at an internal pressure of P1, volume V1 and absolute temperature T1. So let us look at the figure. Here we have an ideal gas which is at a pressure P1, volume V1 and temperature T1, right? And this is an ideal gas. Okay, these are the initial conditions and it is thermally insulated. So that means no heat can flow into the system or out of the system. So heat exchange with the surroundings is 0, right? Further, it says that it expands irreversibly against 0 external pressure. So again, this is one very critical data, that the external pressure is 0 in this case. So the gas, as we can see, it expands and finally its pressure becomes P2, volume V2 and temperature T2. And then we have been given some options, out of which we have to choose the correct one. Let us look at option A. In option A, it states that Q is equal to 0, right? So obviously this is going to be the correct answer, because as we had already mentioned in the question that the vessel is thermally insulated. So since it's thermally insulated, obviously there will be no heat exchange in the process and Q is going to be 0. Let us look at option B. In option B, it states that T2 is equal to T1. That means the initial and final temperatures are same. We need to think a bit to be able to answer this particular part. Let us consider the first law of thermodynamics first. The first law of thermodynamics states that the delta U for a process, that is the change in internal energy, can be written as the summation of heat plus work. Okay. Now, as the vessel is thermally insulated, Q is going to be 0 in this case. And further, the external pressure is 0. The external pressure is 0. This means that the gas was facing no resistance while expanding. You might also try to remember the formula or recall the formula that dW is defined as minus P external into delta V, that is dV. This is how we define work done. Okay. So obviously if P external is 0, your W is also going to be 0. Now Q is 0 and W is 0. So this in turn means that delta U for the process is 0. And for an ideal gas, this is a very important concept from thermodynamics, that for an ideal gas, the internal energy is only a function of temperature. So if there is no change in internal energy, this simply means that there will be no change in temperature throughout the process. That is not just the initial and the final, but the temperature at each of the points is going to be same. So B will be our answer. Fine. Let us look at option C. In option C, it states that P2 V2 is equal to P1 V1. Okay. So if we consider Boyle's law, see, we have already derived that there is no change in temperature. And we know that the number of moles, that is N, for the process is fixed. Okay. Now, as the value of N is fixed and there is no change in temperature, we can easily apply the Boyle's law over here, that is the product of PV will be equal to a constant, and therefore we can say that C will also be a correct option. Option D is slightly tricky, because generally what I find is that those students who rotely learn the formulas without understanding them are unable to answer this one, and they think that D is also correct. Let us look at option D. In option D it says that P2 V2 to the power gamma is equal to P1 V1 to the power gamma. Will it be a correct option? Now what most students feel is that since Q is equal to 0, the above process is going to be an adiabatic one, and they have just rotely remembered the formula that P2 V2 to the power gamma is equal to P1 V1 to the power gamma. That means that we know that for an adiabatic process, if Q is 0, the process is adiabatic, and for an adiabatic process we all know that PV raised to the power gamma is a constant. However, let me remind all of you that this particular equation or this particular statement is only valid for a reversible adiabatic process, and you know this only if you have gone well enough through the derivations. So in the process, in this particular question, it very clearly states that the above process is irreversible. So obviously D is not going to be our answer. So the correct answer for this would be A, B and C. These will be our correct answers. Thank you.